right. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Um, as we have seen in our post game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, after the dust has settled, our team has came. They came out to play. As you can see, the title, um, the branding. This is not a. We all know what happened. The team came out, played. The defense showed itself again. The offense looks a lot better. Gary Gilbert going to be the remaining. Is going to be the starter for the remainder of the season until otherwise. Hopefully, he doesn't get hurt. But the team responded to his energy, his presence, command of the huddle, as they've been saying all week, between him and Cooper Rush, and it's it's good that we actually have found a quality backup. Sorry, Andy Dalton. I just think that your position has been taken, and I know this can be detrimental to what you might have been expecting. The possibility of getting a another big contract as a starter somewhere uh, going into next season, and maybe you'll still get that. Who knows? You just might. But for the remainder of this season, I think that we found our quarterback that's gonna that's gonna hold the spot while in the absence of our real quarterback, Prescott. And I kind of had a feeling that I thought the team was gonna win, so I put money on Dallas Cowboys. I should have put money on the spread because they covered the spread, but I put it on the money line for Dallas to win outright, and we was only a few minutes away. We had three bad calls. Well, uh, excuse me, it's kind of late, though I can't say there was three bad calls. What I will say is this: is that some boneheaded plays, a lack of emotional intelligence, lack of discipline, the lack of emotional intelligence on Van Der Esch, the lack of discipline on Jalen Smith on two calls, and then the lack of discipline the um, on the the trick play, the kickoff, where what's his name? What's the third string running back? Shalewu or something like that. Ran the ball down to the 10 yard line, 20 yard line, like the 10 yard line, and you get a call for pushing it back. I mean, come on. I understand being engaged. At the same time, you have to have a level of awareness to see that you it was out that you nowhere near the play, nowhere near the play, or just let the guy go and just let the runner get as far upfield as possible. I mean, because that really took points off. Uh, that really took points off the board. I mean, because that was right there in the red zone, goal line territory, and we at the very least we could have got another 3 points. Um, the two plays for Van Der Esch, well, I said three bad plays. Four is that this um well before I get to that before I get to go back to the lack of discipline from and emotional intelligence from Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith. One thing I do put on the coaches right now One thing I will put on the coaches. Um, I thought they should have ran Pollard a little more. Uh, nothing was wrong with Zeke. I mean, he was doing his job. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think Pollard has been more explosive hitting the hole these last couple of weeks than Zeke. Period. He needs, yeah, I definitely he needs to get more touches. He's more of a home run threat than Zeke, and he complements Zeke well. And I think they've been trying to hold back Pollard because I think people will. I mean, I think other teams will be looking for a running back like a Pollard. You know, to be honest with you, if he just work on one thing Pollard probably has to work on is his pass protection. That's probably one of the biggest things. And he was, and from to my understanding, he was more of a dual threat type running back, or more multi-purpose or all-purpose type running back, where he can also catch out of the backfield, you know, screen pass, dump balls. I mean, flats, and or even you could even put him in the slot because I know he played that at what is it? He played at Tennessee, Tennessee something. One of those mid-major football programs. I think it's Middle Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I like him coming out the draft, but this guy has shown more poise and a better eyes. I mean, matter of fact, I'm going to leave that. Um, I might talk about it tomorrow when I get a chance to. But let's talk about the game where the coaches, I thought I fault the coaches a little bit too. Um, why are you going to get into the red zone and it's fourth and goal, five? You know, five. We're pretty much we're just a few yards away from scoring, and you're going to pass the ball in tight quarters. Why did you set Gilbert up like that? Run the damn ball. I mean, if you wanted to do a trick play, do a trick play. Do a reverse then. When it's close quarters like that, because they're more focused on Zeke coming up the middle. Do your stuff then. Come up with some creative. I mean, damn, play action, some bootlegs, something. I mean, that's where I fault y'all when it comes to that shit, man. It's just like why not run the ball? And that's not even that looked like some Garrett type shit. To be honest with you, we get all the way down to the red zone, and then we still want to throw the ball, live and die by throwing the ball. That's like a 3 point NBA team that lives and die by the three. We live and die by the pass. We need to be far more balanced, and particularly in the red zone when you have a thumper like Zeke that will have a nose for the ball that falls forward, or come up with some design runs specifically for that area, predicated to the team that we're playing against. And I'm not going to be long because I have some other things that I'm going to talk about, um, this week. We'll make some time for it, and I kind of been wanting to come on um, this past week, but I just sat back in the cut and I just listened to all the other fellow vloggers, um, even some of the main uh, Dallas YouTube channels and stuff like that, and it was interesting. And nobody really thought that this team was going to come out and play the way they did. I didn't know either, but I just had that hunch. It's because when you're betting, sports betting, the biggest payout is for the underdog. So um, my money line teams was the Cowboys, which I should have picked. Like I said, I should have picked the spread though. But I had the Dolphins winning as well. But I'm gonna, and that's some other things that I'm going to talk about throughout the week too, because this is a sports channel, and so I'm going to broaden my I'm going to broaden my sports talk with Miami, and I'm liking Miami. I call Miami was going to be an up and coming team. They're a year ahead of schedule. Um, to be honest with you, with the change of tour, I thought it was a bad idea to start them when everything was already when Fitzpatrick had things in motion. But obviously, Brian Flores might have saw something that it was more of the team than the quarterback, and so we might as well plug in our rookie. That is definitely an upgrade. Has more upside because Fitzmagic does have a ceiling, and it's only a matter of time before he loses that magic. But he was riding a wave. I got to give him that. And I wanted to. I always liked Fitzpatrick when it came out of the draft. Um, and I just wanted to see him kind of do his thing. But I gotta say, um, a good move to put in Tua. He's 2 games. He has a 2 game winning streak now, and that defense is playing wonderful. And they have an arsenal. They have an arsenal of. They have a nice wide receiving core um, with Williams and Parker and Gazepsky, something like that. Um, they just probably need a stronger slot receiver, but you can find that a dime a dozen anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because actually, if I mean, just speculating earlier, the beginning of the season with Dak in this contract situation, if they was gonna before he signed the franchise, is that he's gonna be a free agent. I had him going to New England or Miami, but Miami. This was way before the draft though. That Miami should trade for Dak or something like that. Because I like the team. I saw it last year. I saw it last year, and they're far better defensively uh, over the last few weeks. They have gotten a lot better, and they can put up points offensively, and they're gonna rival the Bills. But I'm gonna get back to my Cowboys. Um, but I gotta say, good game though, guys. Good game. I can't get mad at them because they do only because we killed ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot. We shot ourselves in the foot in the last few minutes of the game, and that's the lingering effects of Coach Garrett. Of Coach Garrett. That's the lingering effects of the previous regime. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about in the last 4 years. I'm talking about the whole stint. Is that we kind of have to filter. We have to reprogram the mindset. Uh, and that's dealing with this just the culture just have to change, and we're just in a transitional phase, and actually we're bouncing back a lot faster this year. And this is kind of going into what I'm going to talk about going into the week. So I'm not going to dive too deep in it because I really want to gather my thoughts before I really get. But this is like fresh off top of my head on some talking points that I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to say a couple of things. Is that this is a purge. This is like this is like uh, an analogy. This is like somebody that's on that has an addiction in a sense, and they're going through a withdrawal. So Coach McCarthy is the rehab. The new regime is the rehab center, and our team, our then the players that they have adapted are are the fiends. You know what I'm saying? And what's and what they're addicted to is the culture or from the last regime, where there wasn't a lot of smart football. There wasn't a lot of accountability. There wasn't uh, a lot of discipline. Just staying heady throughout the game. And the emotional intelligence of like just staying even keel, because you had this game was for the taking. This game was for the taking. It really was. Yeah, that's a lot better. It really was. It was for the taking for us, and we blew it. But you know what? We have to hunker down and worry about and now we got to worry about next week, because we got Dalvin Cook coming in, and Dalvin Cook just put up 200 and something yards. But I think this game will have put everyone on watch that we hit a low. We hit a low. That's what happens when when change comes. Nothing about change is easy. There isn't. There's rarely a smooth transition. There's there's rarely a smooth transition, and sometimes it look like the transition is smooth. I mean, because when you look at the Carolina Panthers, they're not that good, but they're playing. Look, they was right there uh, with Kansas City, man. They looking very promising. That they are going to be a lot better next year, and they got Christian McCaffrey back too, and they got a nice offensive line because Mike Davis been eating real good instead of Christian McCaffrey. Okay, just for that, and and so we have to purge the the previous culture, the previous system culture out of the system of the form of the players that was already here. So they had to adapt a new energy about themselves, develop a very stronger chemistry. But anyway, see, I was about to go in on that. So, but all I gotta say, guys, is it's a good. It's looking more promising, and I've been right there with you guys as the YouTube GM, the Black Jerry Jones. I'm still that. I haven't said that in a while. You know what I'm saying? um, we got to stay the course. Um, even with the coaches and the coaching staff is looking like they're starting to buy in. Now that we have shed some of that unwanted fat off the team, as we know what has transpired before the trade deadline, guys got cut, guys got traded. So there's no need to go back like that. Um, and Gilbert looks that really impressed me. That really did. But the Steelers are a savvy team. They have a veteran quarterback. They have a coach that's even kill. A very good coach. I love Tomlin, man. VA stand up, baby. Regardless, uh, Tomlin is a very, very good coach. They made the proper adjustments during the second half because they were just running uh, their basic schemes, and then they had to do some shifting in order to throw the Cowboys off. And I just think that um, we should have just done some things different when we got in scoring territory. That's all. That's I want to see creativity, not trick plays. I want to see creativity, but not trick plays. Okay, there is a difference. I just want to see a. I just want to see creative schemes that gets guys open, whether it's specifically for particular players, the Gallups, the the Lambs, the Coopers, or the Daltons, or the Zeke, or the Elliots, or the Pollards. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to scheme some of our guys open, especially when it comes to scoring, man. And that's going to be the difference because that's the beauty of professional sports is that the parity of it and the margin of error is very slim. As we all saw, we held the lead all the way until under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and literally three defensive drives killed the game. Regardless of the trick play on the kickoff, but those penalties at the wrong time cost us. Simple as that. And nope. And you know what? I'm gonna leave that for my next video because I'm gonna go in. But anyway, this is Anthony Fallon, Tone Setter Sports Channel. We are not rebuilding. All we did was reconstruct. Peace. I'm out.